Owen Valley. Welcome back to the Student News brought to you by OVTV Studios. We're your hosts, Charles Kim
and James Clayton. Firstly, our freshman and junior classes is hosting a fundraiser for their classes. Juniors are selling delicious pies. Flavors range from
apple, Dutch apple, pecan, and so much more. All these pies are worth $25. Now it's time to give out our Texas Yeehaw! As freshmen are selling Texas Roadhouse rolls, butter, and gift cards.
1 dozen rolls are $9, 1 tub of cinnamon butter is $3, and gift cards range from $15, $25, and $50. Mark your calendar, Patriots. Superintendent Klein has sent a letter about school closing.
As winter comes closer, we should all be prepared for the unpredictable Indiana weather. As of right now, school is closed on January 15th and February 19th. E-learning days are on April 8th, and more to come if needed. Let's all stay safe this winter.
The yearbook staff have been very busy taking pictures and working on the 2023-2024 yearbook. This year's theme is Netflix. So let's make sure to get cozy with a bowl of popcorn so we can stream the world and watch the memories of this great school year.
Actually, James, in our case, it's OVFlix.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Seniors, listen up. If you haven't yet sent in your baby pictures and senior pictures, do it ASAP so we can add you to our great yearbook. What the?
I guess it's time to move on to sports.
I guess so. Tyler Grigsby and Brennan Fishburn, the spotlight is yours.
Thank you, Charles.
Here are this week's upcoming matches.
Tuesday, November 7th, girls JV and varsity basketball has a game against Greencastle High School. Thursday, November 9th, girls varsity and JV basketball has a game against Easter Green High School. And Saturday, November 11th, girls JV and varsity basketball has a game against Sullivan High School.
Time for some sports trivia. Who won between the Bengals and the 49ers in their most recent game? If you answered the Bengals, then you are correct.
Back to you, Charles.
1.
Thank you, Tyler. Now that the winter sports season is picking back up, we want a little insight on what to expect. So we will be interviewing one of our amazing winter sports coaches. On to you, Chuck.
Thank you, Charles. Today here on Chuck's Corner, we have Mr. Temples, who is my best friend and the best teacher here at Owen Valley. He is the coach for girls basketball, and we're gonna be interviewing him because winter sports are starting to pick up now, and we kind of want a little insight on what your expectations are for this season. So out of curiosity, how many years have you been coaching in total?
So total years, over 13 years I've been coaching. This will be my 8th year on the girls' side. So looking forward to this year and continuing coaching here at Owen Valley.
So there's a lot of good schools around here, got a lot of good high schools that all have great basketball programs. Mm-hmm. What inspired you to choose Owen Valley out of all of those?
Well, I grew up here in Spencer, went to school here, played basketball at this school at a time when basketball was really, really good here at Owen Valley. Had an opportunity to play for Coach Heckman. And played with some really good players. It was a lot of fun. I had a chance to be on a sectional championship team here, and always wanted to come back home. Lived here in the community, and wanted to coach here.
As a coach, as you being a coach, I feel like you would have some sort of expectations for where you want your team to be this season, how far you want them to go, and how far you think they'll go just based off their performance during practice. So how far do you think our girls team will go this year?
Well, every year we have the same goals. We always want to compete in every game we play. We try to prepare that way every day in practice. We always want to compete, like I said, in every game, but also those conference games to compete for conference championships, and then prepare yourself for the tournament and have a chance to win a sectional title. Once again, every year is a little bit different, and while we have some returning experience, we also have to replace some people. So this year, once again, we're looking to see what we can do. And how much we can improve throughout the year.
You had mentioned that we'd be seeing some familiar faces on the starting lineup. So do you mind telling us who they are?
Yeah, so some returning players with a lot of experience. You have Lily Smith. She's been a big part of what we do over the last couple of years. She's obviously been a solid point guard for us. We look for her to kind of take the next step this year and help lead us. We have Taylor York. Obviously plays incredibly hard for us, really good on the defensive side of basketball and helps us score in transition. Caitlin Green, once again, really good defender for us, hoping she also takes that next step and helps us on the floor this year. Then we have some other players that are returning that got some experience also last year. I think about Mallory Owen, Cammie King, some of those types of kids that I think will help us. And then, we have some newcomers that, we'll see what happens and how they're able to contribute.
So even in the NBA, I mean, there's coaches that they're worried about certain teams, but because they're so good, they've done so well during the season, and they're just really worried about going up against them. So what exactly are some of the teams that you're worried about going against this year?
With our group, we don't really worry about anybody that we go up against. We understand that there's things that we have to do in order to give ourselves a chance to win. And in most cases, it's more about us than anybody else. Can we take care of the things we can control? And that starts in practice every day. And we hope that our kids, as the season goes on, we can improve in the areas that we feel like we need to improve in, and give ourselves a chance in each of those games. But as far as any opponents we necessarily worry about, that's not the case. Obviously, those conference games and games like Edgewood that you really prepare for and you want to win, but not necessarily a team we worry about.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have here today. Mr. Temples, I'd like to thank you for coming here on Chuck's Corner. And it is back to you, Chuck.
Awesome.
Don't forget, FAFSA, or Free Application for Federal Student Aid, is available to do. It's on November 7th at 6.
Watch those grades, Patriot, and make sure to sign up for Patriot Hour.
Go Patriots!